Amélia McGuire St-Onge here for hockeyprospect.com. I'm joining today by forward Gabe Perreault of the US National Development Team. Gabe, thank you so much for doing this with us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
First things first, how are you and how's the season been going for you so far?
Yeah, I think it's been going really well for me and my team as well. So I think, the success of the team has been helping me a lot, and I've been lucky enough to play with good players, so that's been huge.
You've grown up in a family that eats, sleep, and breathe hockey, with obviously your dad being a former NHLer. Can you tell us a little bit more about his influence and his impact on the player you are now and your way to play the game?
Yeah, it's been huge. I think he was my coach pretty much my entire time growing up. So I think having him to, give me little tips and stuff like that has been huge. I mean, he's pretty much taught me everything I know today.
But your dad was one of the best in the NHL history in the faceoffs, but both you and your brother Jacob are wingers. Did your dad sometimes jokes to you about it?
Yeah, he always, I mean, he still takes face-offs with us and stuff like that. But I think, growing up, me and my brother are both always wingers, so I think it was different. But I think he still tries to teach us stuff with face-offs because we take them every once in a while.
And a part of your dad, are there any NHL players you loved watching play when you were young, players you tried to model your game at?
Yeah, there's two. I think growing up in Chicago, I always watched Patrick Kane. I think trying to add little things from his game to add to mine. And then now I try to watch a lot of Trevor Zegras. I mean, he's so creative and competitive. So I think if I can model my game after him, it's pretty cool.
We've talked about your brother. The draft is coming up. He went through the same process you are going through about 3 years ago. Did he give you any advice on how to deal with the pressure that comes with being a future NHL draft pick?
Yeah, I talked to him about it a little bit. I think he just tells me to, play my game and let all the draft stuff and all that stuff, take care of itself. So I think talking to him, he's been through it, and also my dad, it's definitely an advantage for me.
And has there been any kind of competition between you guys? I mean, Jacob went
Yeah.
27 overall. Do you want to go earlier?
Yeah, I think obviously it's a little bit of a competition for sure, but I think he's there to support me. So I think we've joked around it a little bit, but I think he's supporting me. He's not trying to have a too much of a competition against me.
And Jacob is a really offensive-minded player with a good shot. What do you think are the similarities and the differences in you two guys' style of play?
Yeah, I think we play pretty well together when over summer skates and stuff like that. I mean he can really shoot it, but he's got underrated playmaking. So I think I'm probably more of the passer in the family, and he's probably more of the shooter. So I think when we play together, it's pretty fun.
Now let's talk about your season with the US National Development Team. Your line with other NHL draft prospect Will Smith and Ryan Leonard has been really good. What
Mhm.
explains you guys' success? How is it to play with those two guys?
Yeah, I think obviously those two guys are pretty special players. I mean, they make my job pretty easy. So I think, with Will, he's so skilled and so smart. So he brings a lot of that to the table. And I think me and him think pretty similar. And then Ryan, on the other hand, I mean, he's with his speed, shot, and skill. It's a pretty lethal combo. So I think we all bring our little thing to the line, which helps us contribute.
And you three might play with each other for a couple more years as you are all going to Boston College next year. Did
Mhm.
having both Leonard and Smith choosing Boston was a huge factor in your decision?
Yeah, it was definitely part of the decision. I think when I went there, I fell in love with the campus and the facilities, and I really like the coaching staff as well. But I'm really close to those two guys and all the BC guys on the team, so that definitely played a factor for sure.
And headed to college, what are the parts of your game you want to work on this summer before making the transition to college hockey?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I need to keep adding on weight and strength. So I think I'm gonna try to get in the gym more and not skate as much is what I've been trying to do. And then another thing I've been trying to work on is my separation speed.
And finally, with the NHL draft coming up, what do you think you have improved the most in your game if you compare to last season?
Yeah, I think I definitely got bigger and stronger this summer. So I think my skating improved a little bit, but I think I could still get better in that area. And then I've been trying to work on my shot a lot over the summer, which I think is definitely paid off so far.
I'll be looking forward to see your progression and thank you so much for taking the time to do this
Yeah,
interview. Good luck.
yeah. Thanks for having me. Thank you.